Hello, everybody. Honestly, I was not going to do this live, but let's wait for a few people to join us and we shall get started. Hello, guys. If you can hear me, do let me know in the comment section. I thought I might as well come down here. I was actually preparing to have a nap. So let's wait for others to join us. Come on in, guys. Hello and welcome. If you guys can hear me, do let me know in the comment section. Where has everybody disappeared to? So, like and share, guys, as you come in. And let's get talking. Let's come on in, guys. If you can hear me, do let me know in the comment section. And let's get this show started. Okay. If you can hear me, do let me know in the comment section. So while I'm waiting, please like and share. Hello, Fashion with Lifestyle. How are you? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. You can hear me clear. Very well. Thank you so much. Thank you for confirming that. Just waiting for others to come in. Guys, please share, like and share as they come in. You are the first person to come in. Right. Guys, like and share. Just waiting for others to join us. And then, because I don't want to start the story from the beginning again. Like and share, like and share. Right, I think I'm going to get started. There's 5 of you here already. So, hello and welcome. Happy Sunday afternoon. It's currently almost 5 o'clock here. I thought I would better do this live stream now before, I know it's going to get busy later on. So I did about, I think was it a 20 minutes live stream that you guys just watched, and I realized that a lot of people were actually interested in that. A lot of people were actually interested in that in the topic. So they were like, "Yeah," I was like, "Should we do a live stream?" They said, "Yes, let's do a live stream." So hence why I came back. So from the screen here, you guys can see three pictures. So there's Daniel Ademinokan, there's Doris Simeon, and there is Stella Damasus. So Doris Simeon is a Nollywood actress. Stella Damasus is also a Nollywood actress. But when she was much popular in Nollywood, she was mostly into the English industry, while Doris Simeon and Daniel Ademinokan, they are both in the Yoruba, mostly in the Yoruba, mostly Yoruba Nollywood part. Nollywood, is it Nollywood? Yeah, Nollywood part. But then they kind of like mix in between Yoruba and English. So fast forward, the Doris Simeon was married to Daniel Ademinokan. To be honest, I really don't know why they separated, why they divorced. I can't really say this was why they divorced, but yes, they divorced. And when they divorced, Doris Simeon had a son for Daniel Ademinokan, and they divorced. And after they divorced, there was a lot of issue. I remember clearly there was a battle between who was going to have the custody of their son. I think their son's name is Daniel or something. I can't remember now. So there was a battle. There was a custody battle. I think at some point it was alleged that Daniel allegedly took their son away out of Nigeria without Doris Simeon knowing about it. I'm sure the news is all over social media. So then fast forward, boom, Daniel Ademinokan got married to Stella Damasus. So Stella Damasus was a widow up until when she got married to Daniel Ademinokan. So I think Daniel Stella Damasus was married, and I think her husband died prematurely, and she has 2 daughters. So that's that story. And just like I shared in the previous video that you guys watched earlier on, so Daniel married Doris and they divorced, and then he married Stella Damasus and they now divorced. So now Daniel has gone on to marry for the 3rd time, And I mean, nowadays, Gen Z will say, come, that's a man who has been married 3 times. Should this man, I think this man is the issue. This man is the problem. That's what some people would think, right? So, like I said earlier on, also, there was a, I think I have like a slide I wanted to show you guys earlier on in terms of the people he got married to and stuff like that, like the stages of the time frame between the time he married this woman. Apparently, he's married 3 women and is currently with the last one. And the last one that he married also is also someone who is into Nollywood movies. Her name is Tope Oshin. So Tope Oshin is also a movie director, blah 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 blah. And I was just on the internet now. People were like, "How can she even go and marry him? Like, come, he's done your sisters in Nollywood dirty. Why marry him?" Anyway, they recently welcomed their first child and stuff. So these are the pictures of the women that Daniel has got married to. So this is Doris Simeon. Like I said in my previous video, there we went to the same secondary school together, and that's the son she has for her husband, her ex-husband now. And this is the latest wife that Daniel is married to. Okay, Daniel is currently married to Tosin Oshin, I think that's her name. And then so Stella Damasus was the second wife, and this is the third and current wife. Okay. So with that being said, like I said in the previous video there, I was not sure what actually prompted Daniel to the Stella Damascus ex-husband, which is Daniel, to come out and give a matching order. This was a video that you guys, this is a what's it called? The thumbnail of the video you guys just watched. So if you don't want to watch, this is definitely going to be a longer version of this video. But if you want to watch this short version, the short version of this video with this thumbnail is on my channel. Okay, so if you want to watch the short version, you can watch that. So yeah, so like I said, I don't know what happened. Maybe I think I saw a post at some point, but I'm not sure what that post I saw. And I'm sure it was Stella that was in that post, and I think she did say something in regards to her previous marriage to him. And I think that was what prompted him to come out and come and give her what to when he dropped what he dropped. So before we actually go into that, Stella Damasus was saying to us that she only found out about her being divorced by YouTube over social media, that Daniel never told her they were getting divorced, that she only found out on social media. And there's this interview she granted with Teju Babyface. So I'm gonna play that particular one where she was like, "Oh, I don't know." I'm gonna play it. And then at some point she did also mention that that she and Stella, she and Doris Simeon, that they are close pally, that they are friends, they are paddy, that they don't have any issues or anything like that, that they are
being a respectful person.
No, I don't want to play this video yet. I was just bringing it in. So she went on to claim that she and Doris Simeon, that they are not enemies of each other, that they are fine with one another, and it's not as if they are close friends. She said they are not close friends. It's not as if maybe they are girlfriends that they go for tea. No, that is not the kind of friendship that is in between them. But she did say that they were cool, and when that was while she was married to her ex-husband, that she just had to make sure that the relationship was great between Doris and herself, because obviously there's a child in between. Like her ex-husband Daniel has a son, and yes, that son has come into marriage, so she just had to make sure that whatever it is will not impact the child in between. So let's hear that interview, and then we'll go on to read the matching order that Daniel dropped. So like I said, she granted an interview with Teju Babyface, and this video is from Teju Babyface. So I know I don't have permission for this, but in case Teju Baba sees this, so I'm going to play a little bit of music on the bottom as well, just so that I'm doing a little bit of changes to it. Because normally when you're using people's videos, you need to try and do something different or something to it. So so let's play the interview, guys. Okay.
Okay, but so here's the thing. Have you spoken about what happened with your...
So this interview was granted, I think, last year, if I'm not mistaken, either last year or the year before last year. That was where she granted this interview with Teju Babyface. So let's listen.
Third marriage, anyway.
No.
You haven't?
No.
Okay, so here's the thing. You do know that nature abhors a vacuum.
Of
so
course.
People keep filling in.
People ask me.
And they'll keep filling in all sorts of things. And I'm thinking to myself that, why doesn't Stella even talk about this? Because based on some of the little things you told me, I mean, this wasn't, so forget fault. It's in the fact that people have misconstruing things, because even this person you're supposed to be enemies with, because she snatched somebody's husband, they are mortal enemies. I mean, according to what you told me, you guys are not even enemies.
We're not. I have not. You know, there's a way you present something, people will think you're just trying to defend yourself and make yourself look good. And I'm a private person. I do videos, talk about random things, but my private life, I'm very private. So we're not enemies. We actually talk. But I don't come out to say, hey, those that are fighting me and saying that I did this to her, I did that. We are talking now. We're friends. Because that's the expectation. We are friends. We'll even start posting ourselves. And, oh, darling, oh, baby. Okay. I'm not that kind of person, because I value privacy.
Okay.
We're good. We're friends. We have been talking even before people ever thought that. Like, when all of this was going on, when all the media wahala was going on, we had already started talking, because we had a common denominator.
Okay.
Her child.
Okay.
So this is us saying that even while all the saga was going on social media, where people were dragging her that you took it collect person husband, you did this, you did that. She said she was cool with Doris Simeon, that they never had any issues. Yeah, they might not be best of friends, but they were cool, because at the end of the day, their main goal was to make sure that the child whom our ex-husband was bringing into the marriage was was all right. So let's keep listening.
That he was with me and he was her child, so we had to come together to find the best way for his interests.
Okay.
It wasn't about me, it wasn't about her or the man. It was about the child. That was everybody's interest. That was the one connecting everyone. You know, you couldn't avoid that. So we were not enemies. Not in the least. I told you about it. I showed you some things ahead.
Yeah, so. You and Doris Simeon, you're not enemies.
We're not enemies.
I mean, so I laugh now, because when you said common denominator, I thought it was the man.
No.
And because according to my own mathematics, my emotional geometry, I am thinking that if two women who are ex-wives of a guy born.
Hello, my namesake. Welcome back, Dupesis. Welcome, my beautiful sister. How are you? So I just had to come and do a live stream, because I realized the other video that a lot of people actually came in and they had an interest in it. So hence why I'm back. So you've not missed a lot. We're just watching the interview that Teji Babyface granted Stella Damasus, where she was explaining what happened, how she found out that Daniel was divorcing her on YouTube. So this was the interview where she granted with them, where she alleged that she did not know she was getting divorced until Daniel came on social media to say, that she found out by YouTube anyway. So let's listen.
Together, then it must be that it is the man. There's something about the man, because it cannot be. it must be.
Guys, please like this live stream as you come in, guys. Yes, that was a pre-recorded video. I just wanted to do a short video, because since I was tired, I've been tired. I've not had enough sleep. So that was why I did a short video to see if people would gravitate towards. So I'm like, okay, why not?
Be that they have finally seen something about the man on which they can compare and share notes. Otherwise, they wouldn't be friends. Think with me here. Yes, ma'am. Because it must be that, because it couldn't have been that in the beginning when he left her and he was with you. It couldn't have been that you and she at that point were friends.
No, we were not.
You couldn't have been.
I just seen her like 2 or 3 times. Yeah.
It could have only been after he left that you now looked and she now looked. And you was like, wait, we are not enemies here.
So it wasn't when he left that we became friends.
Okay.
He was still there when we were cool. When I say friends, it's not as if we go out to lunch dates or go shopping together. But you know how you're cool with someone because she's an intelligent, beautiful woman. She's very talented. She doesn't have the impressions out there are crazy because the person that I got to know even over the phone was someone totally different from the impression that was created.
Guys, please like the live stream as you come in. I really appreciate it. Please like and share as you come in, guys.
In the first place, So we would talk, especially about the boy, never about you.
So Stella is claiming that even while she was still married to her ex-husband Daniel, that she was good with this Simeon, that she was good with Doris, that they were never enemies, that they were good, that they've been good since even before they divorced. So that, obviously this is the first time I'm hearing this, but let's keep watching.
The man. It was about the child. What's best for him? What's going on with school? Oh, he's coming to you, or he's coming to me. Or what do we do for him? Oh, he needs this, he needs that. How do we do it? Just to make sure that he was okay.
As it should be, as it should be. Unlike that live stream that I did this morning about that Igbo man allegedly that got married, and because his wife does not like his daughter, he has to send his daughter to go live with his auntie, and now his sister has now chased his daughter out of there. Like, come, if you are getting married, you have a child, and the man is not ready to accept you and the child. In fact, don't just get married to that man. And the same thing, if you're a man, you have a child, and the new wife you are getting married to is not happy with you bringing the child in, let her go. She's not meant for you. She's not meant for you. If you're a single parent and you're starting a real relationship, your children are your baggages and they go everywhere with you. Don't say because that man will not love me anymore, I can't take my children. Like, excuse me? That's just a word, okay?
So that's how it all started, just to make sure there was peace, everybody was fine for his sake, because you don't want to start pulling him and making him have animosity towards any party involved, So, but after the whole thing ended and he became my ex, yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Why didn't you tell me that it was like this? Like, you didn't ask.
And the thing is, I'm not here to apportion blame to say, oh, he did this. I would never do that. Okay. I pride myself in being a respectful person. A lot of things were said about me on YouTube, because that's how I found out that my marriage had ended, on YouTube. Yeah, I didn't know that my marriage had ended. Yeah.
Let's just stop here for a minute. What do you mean you didn't know your marriage had ended? You were just browsing YouTube. You were looking for Beyonce videos, and then you saw. Come on.
Well, the man in question traveled and was supposed to be away for a while, and was supposed to come back. And a few days after the man traveled, my phone was buzzing.
I don't know where that song is.
I received messages from people saying, what's going on? Are you okay? Why didn't you tell me that there was something wrong? Blah, 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 blah. Then I'm like, what are all these links they are sending me? And I'm like, Ruma, Isabel, let's go. Something's up. Let's put YouTube for me. And
okay, guys, let me quickly change this video. So up onto that section where there was no music, I don't want YouTube to copyright this music, this video. So I'm going to swap the video for where she started talking about the divorce. Okay, let me quickly swap that video. Okay, so where she was practically talking about this.
Being a respectful person. A lot of.
So we've not missed a lot. So we've watched halfway of that. Okay, so now this is where she's actually talking about how she found out about the divorce and stuff like that. The other one, there's video in that, there's music in that video, and I don't want to get copyrighted. Okay, guys, please like as you come in. I really appreciate it. So this is where she's discussing how the divorce thing, how she got to find out.
A lot of things were said about me on YouTube, because that's how I found out that my marriage had ended, on YouTube. Yeah, I didn't know that my marriage had ended. Yeah.
Let's just stop here for a minute. What do you mean you didn't know your marriage had ended? You were just browsing YouTube. You were looking for Beyonce videos, and then you saw. Come on.
Well, the man in question traveled and was supposed to be away for a while, and was supposed to come back. And a few days after the man traveled, my phone was buzzing. I received messages from people saying, what's going on? Are you okay? Why didn't you tell me that there was something wrong? Blah, 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 blah. Then I'm like, what are all these links they are sending me? And I'm like, Ruma, Isabel, let's go. Something's up. Let's put YouTube for me. And I'm there typing my name. And before I'm done typing my name, videos just start coming up. Stella's dead marriage crashes. Karma is a bitch. This, that. There's Stella in this, that. I'm like, wait, what? I didn't know that, And I called, we had a conversation.
So, like I said, I don't know what actually made Daniel come out to drop a write-up. So, like I said, this interview was done about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. So, have you guys seen anything in regards to Stella Damasus in the past? I want to believe that I saw something from her. I think maybe that was on Friday or something. And then, boom, this morning, there was something from Daniel. And I'm like, come. I didn't save that post I saw. So I really want to know what she did for Daniel to have come out. But let's keep listening to this part of it, okay?
And even at that time, I still didn't know that anything like that had happened until I got the final call to say, no, I'm not coming back. I'm like, oh, wow, okay. I don't want to go into full details. Ted, you don't do this to me. I've never talked about this or mentioned this, So it's, of course, every marriage has issues.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And people don't know how it all started, what impressions were created, what was said, what was not said. I'm not even going to, out of respect for all parties involved, there are some things that I'll just probably leave as is. But one thing I will say though is that it's important for you as a human being to know yourself more and love yourself more and know what you want.
So that's that part where she actually spoke about the fact that she did not know she was getting divorced until she found out from YouTube. So the other one that we're listening to,
I thought it was the man.
No.
Let me go up to the back of it. I think. Let's listen.
And
like I said, guys, I didn't want to play this video because of the song in it.
Someone.
Right, okay, I'm going to take this out. So that was that video there that where she explained that she did not realize that she was getting divorced until somebody contacted her that says, there's a video on YouTube that says that you are getting divorced, blah, 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 blah. So with that being said, guys, let me know what you guys think. Do you think that maybe, obviously, Daniel was just seeing this video or what? Because like I said, there's been back up and down, up and down. And when I went on to Linda Ikeji, because it was on Linda Ikeji that I saw this news, that I saw this post from Daniel Ademinokan. And guys, people are actually bashing both Stella Damasus and Daniel. In fact, the video that I just dropped, there's comments in there that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. So let's go to the post that Daniel wrote. So Daniel starts with this post actually, to reply her. And I would say since they've been divorced, I think this is the first post I've seen from Daniel replying her. Because at some point, for me, I mean, even the woman that is currently married to Daniel now, I must say that she get mine though, because if a man's been married twice and those marriages were short-lived, I would think the man is the one with the red flag. Like, he's the red flag. So Doris has not come out really to say what actually transpired between them. He has not come out to say what really transpired between them. Stella Damasus has also not, with all of her mouth, tell us what has actually transpired between them. But yes, the marriage ended. So Daniel came up with this post, and it started with, I usually don't dignify nonsense with a response, but when silence gets mistaken for ignorance or guilt, it's only fair to offer a quick 5-minute reality check. Today's your lucky day. So let's move on. Let me remove this banner so we can read it clear. Guys, please like and share as you're here. Please like and share. So it continued, dear Queen Mother, 5 years since the separation, 3 years since the divorce. Still, you just can't let go. I've said nothing. I've done nothing since 2020. Like I said, guys, I've never heard him say anything in regards to when they broke up. Even when people were dragging him like, then drag you. Why did you leave Doris? He never uttered a word. He never said anything. But somehow I'm still living rent-free in your narrative. Let me be clear. Silence is not guilt. Distance is not weakness, but lies, especially ones I have receipts for. That's a different story. It continued, I've watched you twist facts with confidence, assuming no one's paying attention. But now that you've mistaken grace for guilt, I will ask you to choose your next story wisely because I came with footnotes. It continued, Queen Mother, let's not rewrite history just because the internet has a short attention span. Now, they talk to, he's throwing jive at some of us, Amebo. It continued, you claimed in that little interview with your echo chamber that you, in quote, found out about the divorce on YouTube. So I would demand that the video we've just watched was what it was referencing. It continued, you claimed I signed and sent you the divorce papers that you were not aware of. Another lie. Quick reality check. Who filed for divorce? You do realize that's public record, right? But don't worry, I'll post the receipts, a little reminder just in case selective memory is setting in. And then I believe this was an email that Stella allegedly sent to Daniel. So it was dated July Thursday, 2021, 9:04 p.m. And she wrote, hello, Daniel. I hope this email meets you well. I am writing to you today because I have decided to move forward with the divorce process. I want to believe that obviously there was an issue already going on in the marriage. I want to be, because for her to have said, I have decided to move forward with the divorce process, maybe it's something they've discussed. Maybe they were already having an issue and they've discussed divorce. And maybe because they were still discussing divorce, that was where they decided to separate. Because I know people who go on to divorce, they just don't divorce straight away. They often start with separation, and then once they start with separation, if things were not going the way they still want it to be, and then they would decide to do divorce. So for the fact that she started with, I have decided to move forward with the divorce process, I want to believe that maybe they were already having issues. It's something they were already discussing, or they were trying to make, they're different. Maybe they're already trying to sort their differences, but then them trying to sort their differences was not working. Maybe that was why, because from the opening of that email there, it sounded like they were trying to get back together. Okay. Dupe said, Daniel is a red flag to me. Exactly. In my own opinion, I believe he's a red flag. I believe he's a red flag. Some people might not agree, but trust me, the comments in that last video that I just did, people were actually blaming Daniel. They were blaming Daniel, that Daniel is not a good man, allegedly. So Dupe said that because he gets with women the same way. However, Stella made a mistake thinking she was special and abandoned. Exactly. Thinking she was special and abandonment proof. Men, if you are not careful, will stain your white. Absolutely, I agree with you. So let's keep reading this email. So it went on to say, based on the recent events, it is evident that there is no hope that this marriage will work out anymore. So I want to believe that maybe something happened that obviously made it clear to her that, okay, there's no coming back in that marriage between them. In September 2020, when you decided to leave our home, okay, so as at then, that would be like this. So she wrote this email July 29th, 2021, and she said they separated September 2020. So that means that by the time she wrote this email, they've been separated for almost a year. They've been separated for almost a year, because she said since in September 2020 when you decided to leave our home, and she wrote him an email in July of 2021. So I want to believe that they've been separated for that long. When you decided to leave our home, separate our family, and then called me to say that you were not coming back, it became clear that our marriage was over. As mature adults, I believe the next step will be to have a civil and painless divorce process and go our separate ways so that we can both move on without dragging our families into it. Let's continue. So I kindly request that you send me a physical address for the papers to be delivered directly to you. If you are not comfortable sending me your address, you can send it to my lawyer, barrister, blah, 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 via email. Thank you, and I await your positive response, Stella Damasus. Guys, please like this live stream for me. There's 80 of you watching. Please like. I really appreciate it. So this was a receipt that Daniel brought to say that he was not the one who asked for divorce, that she was the one who went ahead with the divorce process. However, in that interview that we listened to, Stella said that she did not even know that she was getting divorced. So who is lying here? From the comment I saw in my previous video, someone was like, oh, Stella was not lying. That I'm going to share that comment with you at some point, but let's keep reading. So this was another email again from Stella. So remember, the last one she sent was sent in July, and this one was sent on the 1st of January, on the 8th of January 2021, if I'm not mistaken, or on the 8th, or maybe the 1st of the 8th 2021. So she replied, she wrote again, very, very urgent. Hello, Daniel. I am not sure if you received my previous email included in the thread below, so I have decided to send a follow-up email. As stated in the previous email, I have decided to move forward with the divorce process for reasons stated in the said email. I kindly request that you send me a physical address for the papers to be delivered directly to you. If you are not comfortable sending me your address, you can send it to my lawyer, blah, 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 blah. So this was a proof that Daniel brought to say that he was not the one who started the divorce process, since it was Stella who started it. So she now saying in that interview that she did not know she was being divorced. She did not know. Meanwhile, she was the one that said she wants to go ahead with the divorce. Like I said earlier on, that maybe they were already having a conversation about, okay, if this separation does not work, should we divorce? I want to believe that they've started that conversation at some point. But with Daniel coming out now to say that he was not the one that asked for divorce, that it was Stella who did. So why is Stella now saying in that interview will tell you that she only found out on social media that she's been divorced? So I don't understand, guys. Leave your thoughts and opinion in the comment section, okay? Let's go on to the next slide. This was a slide that actually got to me. This was a slide that actually got to me, because we see some people, they will come out and look at like saints. I am not judging Stella. I am not judging her. And I am not judging her. Okay? So This slide said, yes, I moved out, not out of drama, but out of self-preservation. Fashion be laughter said, but now wow, how can you break a marriage or relationship online? I don't know, but well, Daniel is saying that that was not true, that she sent him an email. So she is saying online that she found out she was being divorced on social media. So who leaked the news? How was that divorce shared on social media? Who shared it? Because Daniel is saying that he never shared anything, that he left since 2020, that he has left her, that he's never processed anything. So how did she find out on social media that the marriage has ended? Who broke the news? Certainly it was not Daniel. Who broke the news? We don't know. Me, I don't know. If anybody knows, please let us know in the comment section. So it said, not out of drama, but out of self-preservation, for my sanity and for my son's safety. I won't unpack the full extent of what he endured. I would love to know what that child endured, because I don't think Simon was aware. Maybe she was aware, because her son will probably tell her. I mean, she will see all of these marks on her son and she would ask, but then we wouldn't know what the son would tell her. Okay, so but let's say when a child needs makeup to hide a scar before school, the damage runs deeper than the skin. He is alive. He remembers. So do I. So, like I said, guys, when I saw that part where it said when a child needs makeup to hide his scar before school, the damage runs deeper than the skin. So, this is Daniel alleging that Stella Damasus was allegedly physically assaulting his son. Bombshell said, I love how Doris Daniels' ex-wife would just sit with her popcorn. Exactly. She would just be watching them. Like I said earlier on, that passion, the cane that they used to beat the first wife, the cane that they used to beat the ex-wife is on top, is sitting on top of the roof waiting for the new wife. So, like I said, guys, I'm sure you can read that screen there. But let's say when a child needs makeup to hide a scar before school, the damage runs deeper than the skin. He's alive, he remembers, and so do I. So that's a serious allegation there. He's alleging that Stella Damasus allegedly was, assaulting his son. And obviously, when I saw comments were like, okay, for how long did he notice that? And he still stayed in that marriage with Stella. You stayed in that marriage with her, watching her put makeup on the scars and stuff like that, that it was also complacent, or how do they call it, that he was also aware, he was also to be blamed that you could watch your wife do that to your son. How long? Exactly, Zeno is back. If it's true, why did you cover it? It did not come out. It should have come out and shame her. Like, you know what? Because Stella has been one who's granted a few interviews. So she's been one who's granted the interview with Teju Babyface. There's been blogs and stuff, but this guy has never come out there. So now you are now saying that, okay, she allegedly, assaulted your son because of like makeup. What are you using makeup to cover? So why did you keep quiet? Why did you keep quiet? Obviously, you also said here that the divorce record is a public record. So maybe we could know why they divorced. So I don't understand why it's now coming out now. Like I said, I think there was a post I saw during the week. Maybe it was on Friday that Stella Damasus said something. I think that was what triggered Simon Daniels to come out and pop all of these things out. So you left the mother of your son. You went to go and marry Mbeke feeling sexy. And Mbeke was doing anyhow to your son. And you kept quiet. You're allowing her allegedly to be putting makeup to hide this car. So now, why are you just dropping this out here? Exactly, especially in a country that doesn't tolerate that. It covered her. Doesn't want the system to know, knowing fully well that even if Doris, because like I said before even Daniel got before Daniel got this son, he actually took that son out of Nigeria without Doris knowing about it, because like I said, the news was all over the internet then that, when Doris Simeon was everywhere, that, oh, he has taken my son out of my care, he has taken my son to the US, he has taken my son to punish me. It took a lot of people were over everywhere that why would you take a son? And that boy was young, very, very young, when this Doris ex-husband took that son away from her. one way or the other, Doris was able to find her way into the US, to be with her son. He actually meant to, suffer Doris. He actually meant to suffer Doris, not to see that boy. Because, like I said, I think I was still in Nigeria then when all of that news of how he took that boy away from her, but first because he wanted to make her suffer and stuff like that. So now you knew allegedly that your wife was doing this to your son, and you kept quiet. Why are you now talking now? So he has a fault. He has a fault. Dupe said, the assault, the AS is very bad. I won't lie, and I wouldn't invalidate Daniel for feeling that way. Okay. Bombshell said Daniel is also an enabler. He saw all what Stella have been doing to the little boy allegedly. Why did you not send the boy to the mom sooner? But like I said, the way he actually took that boy, he collected that boy from Doris was shady. It was shady. So he's a red flag. Both of them are red flags. Hello, Mary Sugar, welcome. Bombshell said, yes, he ran with the boy too. Exactly, because I remembered I was following that story back to back. I think I was still in Nigeria then. I can't remember if I was in Nigeria or not. I was following that story back to back where Doris was going everywhere, speaking to all of our colleagues that come, he has stolen my son, he has taken my son away, he knows that I don't have the power, he knows that I don't have the finances to be able to do this, he has taken away my son. It was a lot. Like I actually felt pity for her then, but no. So now this thing that matters to me right here now was the fact that it covered the AS. It covered the gas boast that he allegedly said Stella Damasus was putting on his son. Because of Petus of person we don't born 2 children before. You left Oyinbo Pepper like Doris, go marry Stella. And Stella was allegedly putting her hands on your son. And you kept quiet I think they were married for 4 years or something. You kept quiet. We don't know how long that putting of hands lasted for, but you kept quiet the entire time. And only now bringing this to social media now. Obviously for him, he's gone ahead to marry the 3rd wife. So let's move on. Like I said, this is a strong allegation, and we will see if Stella is going to come out and debunk this. Let's hope and see she will. Guys, please like this live stream for me, please. There's only 8 likes. I beg, what can I do now? Me wanna like this live stream for me now. There's 97 of you watching. I only have 8 likes. Please like the video for me, guys. I really appreciate it. So let's move on to the next slide. It continued. You screamed at me boldly. In quote, I don't want to be here, but I have to be here. I beg, what's left for a man to do when his own home starts sounding like a hostage situation? You knew I was leaving. You knew I wasn't coming back. I packed my son, my peace, and my entire life and walked out the front door in broad. I think he's singing to us now. I do night. It's not funny, but it's funny in a way. I think he's quoting some R&B song for us there. Zeno, are you feeling the flow there? You knew I was leaving. You knew I wasn't coming back. It's giving me Celine Dion vibes. I packed my son, my peace, and my entire life and walked out the door. I'm sure there's a song by Celine Dion about something. Don't you walk out the door? What was that song again? I'm trying to remember it off my head. I can't remember the lyrics now, but yeah. Walked out the front door in broad daylight. You watched me leave that Sunday morning. Exactly, Zeno. Why now? Like I said, that interview that Stella granted with Teju Baby Face was granted a year and a half ago. Almost 2 years now. So why is it coming out? Why now? So he continued, Wale and Linda are still alive and well in Dallas. We all had these conversations. You know what you did, and more importantly, you know the truth. Okay? Let me say this clearly. In quote, now the beginning of fight, person they know. Nobody they know how it go end. Let me be. Just as I have left you in peace, I've chosen a more private life now. So don't drag me into your soap opera. You've had your 5 minutes from me, over and out. So that was that he told her. That he told her. So let me quickly share my screen with you. The video you guys previously watched there, people dropped a comment in the comment section, okay? Saying that Stella did not lie. So I hope you guys can see my screen. So this person said Stella did not lie. Lie about, okay, not knowing that she was getting divorced on social media, okay? And this person also continued, may we not get involved with somebody who will dent our image. That guy, Daniel, is not a good person. No baby talk camo. Now comment I they read. the same way he absconded with Stella and to Doris' little baby along then, there is nothing that wicked Daniel will say. Doris abandoned her career to chase after her son in the US, a man that treats women like trash. So that's what this person said. Okay, now let me go to Instablog or Linda Ikeji. We already found the post. People are, people are giving him gbasgbos. In fact, they are giving both of them gbasgbos in the comment section. So this was a post on Linda Ikeji. The same thing that he wrote, obviously the receipt that he dropped and stuff like that. And the comments here. So the comments here says, the same son you hid from his biological mom. You know what, guys? I knew I was following the story then that people were like, no, he ran with that. He took that boy without Doris' consent to the US. So this person said, the same son you hid from his biological mom. From his biological mom that's obviously still alive. You mean he was maltreated to the extent of hiding scars with makeup? Una two deserve suing. Now, I would imagine that Doris, wherever you are, bring the lawsuit. Bring the lawsuit of assault. I would expect that Doris will file an assault, a lawsuit against Damasus for allegedly putting her hands on her son. Because I remember the biological mother, can't remember her name, pleading and crying how you took her son from her. Exactly. Like I said, I remember clearly how he took that boy away from her without her consent. So somebody has now given us a story to refresh our memory of how it happened. These are some of the issues that come with marrying someone who already has children. No matter how hard you try as a male or female partner, it may never feel good enough. One mistake and you will hear, in quote, you wouldn't treat your own child like this. If that boy were Stella's biological son, this story might never have come out. True. Let's all pretend on social media as if, as parents, we don't scold our kids out of frustration and later apologize to them. This is a different case. You, this same man, Daniel, were the one who took that boy from his biological mother, Doris. This woman cried, begged, and even went to court just to gain custody of her only child. But you refused. You took him as a toddler and eloped with Stella to the US. That's true, exactly. Acting like she would care for him better than his own mother. When Doris couldn't reach her son physically, she sacrificed her movie career in Nigeria and relocated to the US just to be near him. And now you have the audacity to say Stella was, putting her hands on the boy. Why didn't you return your son to his mother the moment you realized he was being mistreated? Why? And to top it all off, you once made a 15-minute video on YouTube dragging your first ex-wife, Doris. I did not see that video, so I won't be able to, publicly shaming her for a harmless post she made on her page. Some of us followed your story with Stella because we sympathize with that poor woman, Doris. Through it all, she never publicly attacked anyone. All she ever asked for was for her son back. It's okay to move on from a marriage if it's making your life miserable, but more importantly, we need to evaluate ourselves and ask, were we ever the problem? You and Madam Stella need a serious reality check and some deep self-work. Ireo, I agree with this person 100%. 100%. I'm going to read a couple of more comments and then I will drop the link in the comment section so that those of you who want to phone in can phone in and drop your thought and opinion as always. Okay. So this person said the fact that Stella still get mouth to voila. The fact that Stella still get mouth to talk or seek public sympathies amazes me. After everything she did to Doris. In fact, if I was ever told that this their marriage will end, there was a post I saw where she said, both of us will do 122 years together. I will find that post for you guys. Okay. I'll find this post. I'll find it on Google because I found it earlier on and I will share it with you guys. She is obviously not a good woman. No baby talk more than this person talk more. I am glad this man chose his son after how many years? He was married to her for 4 years. And this post is coming from a man. God of Doris Simeon doesn't sleep nor slumber. Stella betrayed her and now the movie has ended in shame because I record vividly how Stella and this guy trolled Doris exactly. Severally with their so they were doing love. They were doing love in Tokyo. They were going everywhere, doing machi outfits, machi everything to pepper them gang. The bridge has collapsed. Stella, please move to the next house. The kind of house you go enter, na God. Lots of comments in there bashing both of them. And I think I dropped a comment as well. I can't find my comment there, but I dropped a comment. So guys, let me drop the link to the to the call. If any of you want to phone in, let's take a few calls, okay? But let me read your comment. Bombshell said, it's too late for him to cry. For him to cry, Stella would have dealt with him and not lay her hands on him, possibly. Dupe said, however, Daniel has a pattern of rubbishing his exes after he abandons them. So also, was Daniel also allowed to discipline Stella's kids? We don't know. We don't know. But like I said, let's hope that Stella comes out and debunk this mistreatment case that he has alleged. Let's hope she comes out to address it. Bombshell said, I remember Doris was so frustrated. Yes, I remember clearly, and stopped her acting career to be closer to her son. She kept her cool. She didn't make noise on the internet. I love Doris so much. She did not say anything. No. She did not. I know her quietness. I mean, obviously, she was walking behind camera trying to get her son back. But then, like I said, so guys, I'm going to drop the link in the comment section. Let's take a couple of calls and let me go find that post where they were doing lovey, wearing matchy, everything. So the link to the call is in the comment section. If you guys want to jump in and let's take a couple of calls. I'm just waiting for that link to come to jump in. Guys, please like this live stream for me, please. Okay, what's wrong with my internet now? My internet is fine. What's going on? Right, let me drop the link again. Okay. So link to take a call is in, guys. Please come in and drop your link and come in and drop your thought and opinion. Is as always, I will take a couple of calls and let's hear what you have to say. Guys, come in and drop your thought and opinion, guys. Stella Damasus, and because like I said, I found a post where she said, I will do 122 years with you. I'm trying to find that post, guys. All right, guys. Anybody in the back studio yet? The links to the comment section, guys. I hope I still have internet. Can you guys still hear me? Because it's saying that I'm having internet connection issue. Guys, is anybody coming in? If nobody's coming in, let's play one of the videos again where she was
being a respectful person.
So this is the video where she was saying that she found out that her wedding, she was being divorced on social media. So we'll keep listening to this until someone comes in. Let's take a couple of calls. If there are no calls, then I shall round up this live stream, okay?
A lot of things were said about me on YouTube because that's how I found out that my marriage had ended, on YouTube. Yeah, I didn't know that my marriage had ended. Yeah.
Let's just stop here for a minute. What do you mean you didn't know your marriage had ended? You were just browsing YouTube. You were looking for Beyonce videos and then you saw, come on.
Well, the man in question traveled and was supposed to be away for a while and was supposed to come back. And a few days after the man traveled, my phone was buzzing. I received messages from people saying, what's going on? Are you okay? Why didn't you tell me that there was something wrong? Blah, 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 blah. Then I'm like, what are all these links they are sending me? And I'm like, Ruma, Isabel, let's go. Something's up. Let's put YouTube for me. And I'm there typing my name. And before I'm done typing my name, videos just start coming up. Stella's dead marriage crashes. Karma is a bitch. This, that. There's Stella in this, that. I'm like, wait, what? I didn't know that, And I called, we had a conversation, and even at that time, I still didn't know that anything like that had happened until I got the final call to say, no, I'm not coming back. I'm like, oh, wow. Okay. I don't want to go into full details. Ted, you don't do this to me. I've never talked about this or mentioned this, So of course, every marriage has issues.
Yeah.
And people don't know how it all started, what impressions were created, what was said, what was not said.
Honestly, I don't know. I want to believe I came across a post on Friday from Stella. It's definitely not this interview because this interview was granted almost 2 years ago. I think it was 2023 or so, because when I went to Teddy Babyface channel to go check this video, it said that it was filmed a year and a half ago, a year ago. So it can't be that the video that was recorded a year ago, he has just seen that video and is now replying to it. So I believe I saw a post on Friday, but I don't know. I can't figure out what gossip page I found that post, and I'm sure it was from Stella. So I want to believe that it was that post that he saw and he decided to come give her a clap back. I want to believe so.
I'm not even going to, out of respect for all parties involved, there are some things that I'll just probably leave as is. But one thing I will say though is that it's important for you as a human being to know yourself more and love yourself more and know what you want.
So that's pretty much that. I found a video of when Daniel was getting married to his third wife. So let me see if I can share my screen with you. It's like a video. I'm trying to figure out what could have. So this was a video of, there's a song in it. So that's him getting married for the third time. Another lady in Nollywood, though. Another lady. At first, when I saw him got married again, I was like, why is he jumping from one woman to another? Because in a pace of 6 or 7 years, he's married 3 women. In a pace of 6 years, he's married 3 women. And when I saw this video of them getting married years ago, I was just like, why is this guy jumping from one marriage to another? Is it that his mother left him as a child? Because I don't understand. But yeah, that's another video. That's the video of him there getting married. Okay, so I'm still trying to find the posts. What could have triggered this? I'm coming here. This is that. There's a pattern. Exactly. I think the guy, obviously, people in the comment section, they've been coming for him. They've been saying that no, is definitely the problem. That, to be honest, I really don't even know what to believe at this point. But I'm trying to find that post where she was like, I want to do 100 years with you. I want to do 122 years with you, when they were doing Machi Machi. When they were doing Machi Machi. So I'm trying to find the post. I'm actually on a page right now. Let me share. There's nothing on that page as it is, but let me share my screen with you so guys, you know what I'm looking at. I'm trying to find what actually triggered him coming out to talk, and I can't seem to find that thing. So this is what was on Pulse. Pulse shared this news today. It says addresses recent remarks. Exactly. I knew she made a recent remark. Let me see. Maybe we are going to find the recent remarks. So, according to Pulse, Pulse said filmmaker Daniel Ademinokan has addressed recent remarks made by his ex-wife actress Stella Damasus, regarding the nature of their divorce, which was finalized in 2020. So, in a resurface interview from July 2023, like I said, that video that we just watched, that interview was granted in 2023, almost 2 years ago. In fact, 2 years ago. The Damasus alleged that she discovered her marriage had ended not through a direct conversation but via a video posted online. That was what she said. So Stella recounted the moment she learned about the split, saying she was bombarded with calls from friends and acquaintances who urged her to check YouTube for clarity. In quotes, I pride myself on being a respectful person. A lot of things were said about me on YouTube because that is how I found out my marriage ended. You guys, you heard it, with your ears. So, and then he replied with all of these, messages, all of that. So I'm still trying to figure out what actually it is that Stella said recently. Hmm? I'm still trying to figure out what trigger, just like Zeno has asked. I see, like I said, I saw a post from her sometimes this week. You know, I'm still trying to, maybe the post will let us know what she said, but let me keep scrolling and maybe I'll find it. Mm, I'm still trying to find it though. I'm still trying to find if there was anything that she said this. I'm sure I saw a post from her last week on Friday. No, they've not mentioned if there was anything. Oh, it's a shame, Sha. I don't know why I did not save. I didn't think this was going to be something. I didn't know why I did not save it. I didn't know why I did not save. So this is a video of where she said, I won't file for divorce till we are 122 years old. Let me forward this. So this is from Reality News, and this was in 2018. So that was where they started, they started their lovey. That was both of them saying, I won't file for divorce till we are 122 years old. Stella Damasus or be Daniel Ademinokan said. So is it up to 2 years? Is it up to 10 years yet? Let's watch this. What's this noise now? Maybe I can play without the volume. So that was then when they got married, celebrating their wedding anniversary. They tied the knot in a secret wedding in 2017 and have been waxing stronger since then. Their marriage only lasted how many years? 3 years or something. Guys, I'm trying to figure out what she said that triggered him to come out. When love was shocking both of them. When love was shocking both of them. So that's that. I can't really find. I can't like I said. I can't find what it is that she did that actually triggered him. I can't seem to find anything. Both of them have red flags, or whatever it is. I'm trying to figure out what he did. Zero, if you find anything, let me know. I can't seem to find what triggered him. Maybe Daniel just came across that video. Maybe Daniel just figured out just saw that video. They came out to with receipts. I'm still trying to read to figure out if there was anything that she said. Okay, guys, I can't find anything. I guess I'm gonna have to end the live stream since nobody's phoning in. I guess we have to go now. But yes, that's just that. I thought, okay, let's come and talk about it. Like I said in the comment section, people are really dragging him. They are definitely dragging him. Okay, they are dragging him big time. I really can't find anything online to say, Dupe said both of them, I think their egos were bruised. All right, okay. I mean, but then they have moved on. Like I said, Daniel did not come out to say anything since they've been separated. It's been Stella that has been, Stella was the one that granted. It's still a developing story here. But like I said, if I find anything, I'll definitely be back here. So I guess I should just round up this live stream, just do an hour. In 2 minutes' time, I'll be out of here. It's a developing story. And like I said, I hope she comes out. And I hope Doris Simeon sue Stella Damasus. I hope she sues Stella Damasus for what she did to her son, allegedly, because like I said, it's an allegation. And if it's coming from the father of the child, maybe we should not be using allegedly, but we'll be using allegedly as it is. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end this live stream now. Thank you so much for joining me at an impromptu, for an impromptu live stream. If I find anything else, I'll definitely be bringing it back here. We'll probably do a live stream as it is. But with that being said, guys, let's go. Let's go. I'll see you guys later. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. And as it is, like I said, there was almost 110 of you watching. I only have 12 likes. If you're watching this video back again, please kindly leave your thought and opinion as always. Like, share, comments. What do you think is going on between these two? What do you think is going on between Stella's in Stella's head? What do you think might be going through Doris' mind now that so this woman, you were doing this to my son? Really? Zuno said, I don't believe there's grounds for a case yet. She can sue the father. Well, you remember that the father said the child is alive. The child remembers. So if they ask the child, so like I said, well, let's keep watching. We'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. I mean, I'm hoping that she responds because this story must be long ago. Zero said it was the one that had the first-hand knowledge and did exactly so. He should have done something about it. Well, maybe that contributed to why he decided to leave the marriage. Maybe that contributed to maybe that contributed to why he left the marriage. Anyway, guys, let's end this live stream. Let me go attend to this because they are stressing me now. I will see you guys at some point once there's any further updates. With that being said, thanks so much for joining me, for being here. And like I said, if you don't want to watch the longer version of this video, there's the 18 minutes one. You can go watch it. And if you have enough time to spare while you are doing your house chores, you can listen to the an hour and the 1 minute long as well. Thank you so much, guys. Have an amazing Sunday evening, wherever you are. And I shall see you tomorrow. I think we have a live stream. Yes. The live stream I have, I'll probably do that. I don't know if I want to do it in the morning. That is if there's no happening news in Nigeria tomorrow. I'm not back to work till Wednesday, but I'm thinking of doing that live stream that Very Dark Man was interviewing Sam Larry in regards to Mohbad's case. I was actually going to do that live stream tonight, but I've had to move it because I thought we should do a live stream for this, so we'll probably do that tomorrow. So have an amazing evening and an amazing beginning start of the week, and I hope the new week brings good forth tidings to each and every one of you. Thank you, guys, and I shall see you all later. All right, bye for now. Bye, Zeno. Bye, everybody. Bye.